Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Mike Gray back with another gun review, gun reaction. Now, this is actually a video that I've already done. I did it about 4 to 5 years ago. But I just wanted to redo it because it's been a while, and I mean the quality of the videos back then weren't that great. So, I said, hey, what the hey, I'll do a quick little overview and reaction of my Taurus PT740 Slim. This is a really cool gun. This thing right here is a little subcompact 40 caliber pistol. It holds 6 in the clip. As you can see there, you got your 6 hollow points ready for action, plus 1 in the chamber. So it does hold 7 if it's cocked, locked, and ready to rock. The 40 caliber is a pretty cool round. A lot of law enforcement use it. It's a little bigger than a 9mm, a little smaller than a 45. So it's got a little more speed on it than a 45. But it's got a little more weight than a 9mm. I think these are 180 grains, 185 grains. I'm not really sure, but it's right now it's in lock position. You got your slide release. You got your 2 rear sights here. They're white dots followed by and I'm not pointing this at myself, I'm actually pointing at the wall. You've got your little dot down here, so it's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see that, but it does have your little perforations right here. Right here you've got your this is an indicator when there's a bullet in the chamber. This pops up just a little bit, and it's got a little red right there letting you know that it is loaded. So, and my thing is, if you ever get one of these, or I think Glocks have it too. I know a lot of Tauruses do this, but if you ever get one pulled on you and this is not up, if you can't see that little red, then you probably it ain't loaded. So keep that in mind. Cool little gun. It's got your forward assist little thumb, like if you for your finger. The other side also has it if you do more of a just how you hold it. This is one of your takedown pins right here. It does not have an ambidextrous mag release or an ambidextrous safety. But if we flip on to the other side, we've got our other takedown pin, and I'll show you in just a second how to do that. There's your mag release, or your slide release on this side. There's your safety. Got a manual thumb safety. And if you look closely here, I know this light ain't the best in the world, but I just want to show you that you see the way the trigger looks right there. It's got that little flare in front of it. This will not actually fire if it's in your pocket. If you notice, the trigger will not go all the way back. Let me actually stand up and show you this. It will actually not fire all the way. Your finger has to be on the middle piece. I think Glocks have these triggers. I don't have the safeties, but Taurus went ahead and put the safety on them. Taurus brought out a gun I think last year that did not have a thumb safety. I'm not really for sure. Here, common, slide it in there, rack the slide, bullet goes in, you shoot, slide's gonna relock, pump another one in, it's common gun. Now, I've had this gun now for about 4 years, I guess, 3 or 4 years, I'm not really sure, I don't know, it's been so long now. And when I went to get a gun, I wanted a 40 caliber as my first pistol. And it had to be like 5 or 6 years ago because I was 21 when I bought it. And I wanted the M&P Shield. I wanted the Smith & Wesson, and they didn't have it that day. And I'll never forget that day. It was like a snowy day, and I really wanted a gun. I just sold my shotgun, my 12 gauge, so I didn't have anything to use for home protection. I literally spent about a week without a gun, me and my wife. And so I went and got this, and it's been a good gun. I've never actually had a jam. I had one squib, I had one bullet that when I loaded it, when I racked the slide, I kind of released it at a funky angle, and it pushed the bullet in the casing. Like, I still have the bullet, actually, because I kept it. The bullet is like barely sticking out of the casing. Like, it pushed all the way down, and so that was kind of weird. But other than that, I mean, I've never actually had a jam. I've shot some pretty trash ammo out of this gun. I've probably put close to 1,000 rounds of ammo, if not more, out of this gun, and I've shot 200 rounds without cleaning it. But I always keep this gun clean. It's one big thing that you have to do when you have a gun, is you want to make sure you keep it clean. And I mean, that's maybe, you know, I know a lot of people pick on the Brazil, the Taurus and stuff because they're not as, you know, they're not a Glock. But I've never had any issues with this gun. And the day I do have an issue, I'll be selling it and going to get something else, because this is what I carry with me, and I trust my life with this gun. This gun is just really a nice gun. It has got a polymer bottom, so it's just plastic, and the top is metal. So it's kind of weirdly weighted. The top weighs a lot. This is a heavier gun, I will say. If you're thinking about getting this gun for concealed carry, it is a little on the heavier side. It's not a super light gun. It's not one of your lights. But it's not like a high point heavy. It's not like super bulky and big. I mean, you know, my hands are really big, so it makes the gun look even smaller than, you know, whatever. But just as a comparison, here's my wallet. So, you know, it's a normal size wallet. Really cool gun. So let's get into showing you how to take this thing apart. Now, a lot of people don't like how you have to take the Taurus PT740 Slim apart. It's really weird, but you want to take the way I do it, and I've seen people one-hand this, I've seen people do other ways, like slide it back with their thumb, but the way I do it, and I find it easiest, you want to pull both of these let down. Alright, what you want to do is you want to pull both of them, kind of pull the slide back just a little, and pull both them pins down. So now the pins are both down, and you actually have to fire this gun to do it. And once you fire it, slide comes off like so. So you pull the pins down, and please, please, please make sure that this gun is empty. Always check your slide. You know, rack your slide back, make sure there's nothing in that chamber. I cannot point that out enough. And make sure that there's no bullet in this gun that is unloaded when doing this. There's no clip in it so that it doesn't, you know, you don't rack a chamber, nothing. And obviously this gun's already been checked and cleared. But yeah, you pull those two pins down, kind of let this back like, you know, that much, and you pull the trigger and it's going to release it. The Glocks have the same kind of takedowns. Here's your polymer slide. Nothing fancy there. Just the bottom half. You can see your trigger mechanism when you pull the trigger. Safety, everything like that. Here's the top end of, or the slide of the pistol. Really cool. What you can do from here, if you see here, you've got this little bitty spring. I know my fingers are bigger in the way, but you just basically pull that spring up. Spring comes out. There's your spring. And from here, you want to take and just slide that out. There's your barrel. There is your barrel. That's the rest. You know, I really don't take no more apart when I'm cleaning it or just taking it apart for the fun of it. But there's your barrel. And there's all your pieces. To put this back together, you want to take the barrel with the little flared end up, and you want to just slide it in there. It will actually slide all the way through, but you want to do like that. You want to take your spring, stick it in that little bottom hole right here, and you just want to push it back into place, and you want to make sure it locks back in there. It's not sitting on the top part of the flare, it's sitting on the bottom part of the flare. So it's back to ready. If you'll see here, to get it, you want to line this up, that part right there, you want to put it right there, and it will be a little bit cocked at first, so when you come back it's going to have to shift just a little bit. Now technically you can still pull this barrel back because it's not locked. The trigger is still, you know, basically clicked forward. You want to give it one good rack. You know, my fingers are real sweaty, so you want to slide it, you know, back from here, but I am doing it from the front, which is not really something I prefer doing. Other than that, there's a slow-mo video and me shooting a milk jug, but I have not done any other shooting videos on this gun. It is a really cool gun, guys, and I definitely recommend if you can find one of these, because I don't think they sell them new. I'm sure they have newer versions, but if you get your hands on one of these for, you know, $3 and under, I wouldn't pay any more than that. They also have these in 9mm, and they also have these with a silver or steel colored frame instead of the black. If you remember this gun from the last time I did it, actually was wrapped in a Fireland camo. So the whole gun was like it looked like it had like, not like flames, but it was like camo, but it was like orange and dark red and stuff. And my wife actually did it for me, but it started to peel and get kind of bad, so I said, well, I'm just gonna take it off and leave it straight black. But can't beat the gun. 40 caliber bullets aren't that expensive compared to some other rounds, and so I really enjoyed my Taurus PT740 Slim. And guys, if you own one or you're thinking about getting one, please comment down below and tell me what you think of the gun or some questions you have about it. I can't really think of nothing else. It is a cool little subcompact that I've used to conceal carry, and I carry everywhere I go. And so if you're thinking about getting one, I say go for it. On the recoil side of things, I will say this real quick. It does have a little bit of recoil because you've got a 40 caliber bullet coming out of a little bitty gun with a polymer frame. It is a little rough on the gun, on your hand. And it does have a little bit of recoil to it, but it's not horrible. This gun also is very loud because you've got such a short space for this to come out of. It is super loud. Also, one last thing that I want to point out is I only have one mag. It only comes with one mag. You can buy extras. You can even buy an extended, which has, I think, 7+1, gives you an extra bullet. But this little piece right here does not come on it. It's just a flat piece. And the problem I was having is when I was holding the gun, my pinky was going off of this because this piece wasn't here. It's from Pierce, and what it does is it extends the mag because a lot of people were having trouble with their pinkies going off the mag. And what this does is this gives you a place to rest your pinky. For big-handed people like me, you don't have a pinky rest. So this is P-A-R-C-E Pierce grips. These are, I think I paid like $7. It shouldn't be no more than 15, 20 bucks online. I don't know what they're priced as now. And you just basically press this little square in with like a little screwdriver or a pencil or something, and the other one will slide off. Slides off those grooves, and you slide this one right on until that clicks, and you're good to go, and it's on there. One cool modification that you can do to this gun is you can put what's called a crimson trace on it, and it's basically a red dot laser that sits right here and it wraps around, and when you put your hand on your gun, it actually gives you a red dot. You can take these sights off and put different sights. It does not have a Picatinny rail system, so you really can't do much attachments, but you can put the red dot on the handle here, and you can change the sights around. This is a fixed sight on the front. That's all I've got today for the PT740 Slim. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned.